Welcome back, everybody, to the Insightful Podcast. We gain insight in order to move forward in life. Today, we are going to be speaking about the 5 hidden addictions that no one talks about. So let's get straight into this episode. The first addiction is the addiction to validation. We chase likes, comments, praise, and approval, not realizing how deeply our self worth gets tied to external feedback. This addiction quietly drives decisions, relationships, and even our identities. It's super important to realize that at the end of the day, the only person's validation you should be seeking is yourself. You should be taking actions and doing things that validate who you are, who you want to become. It shouldn't be for external reasons, it shouldn't be for others. I can tell you this firsthand that once my Instagram started to grow, I would constantly chase videos that would get a lot of likes or get a lot of views because that would make me feel better, right? But at the end of the day, I've come to realize that it is my account, it is my platform to inspire others through. So I'm not going to focus on the numbers. I'm not going to focus on that external validation. And I am just going to focus on actually posting content that I want people to see, that I feel as if people can be inspired by and could effectively change their life, right? And once you are able to kind of veer off from the validation of others, you're able to have more peace within yourself to do things that you actually want to do. The second addiction is the addiction to overthinking. Overanalyzing every move feels like being careful, but it's really a way we avoid action. Many are addicted to staying in their heads because it's safer than failing in reality. This was the reality of how I started to pursue business in the beginning is I would have a bunch of business ideas, think about them for a bit, do a little bit of work on them in terms of computer work or whatever the case may be. But then when it would actually come to speaking to people, trying to get clients, trying to actually, take on work, whatever it might have been, I would fall into that pit of inaction and overthinking, thinking, oh, is the profit margins good enough? Is this a business that I could do long term? Instead of actually just jumping into it and seeing firsthand, right? So the only way to break this addiction is to recognize when you are overthinking and break the loop before it spirals. The third point is the addiction to busyness. Being busy makes people feel important or productive. Let's take a quick break to speak about the sponsor for the podcast. I am now working with a company called Attilius Apparel, and if you want Christian fitness wear that looks like or this, click the link in the description. Now let's get back into the podcast. But it's often just a way to avoid stillness, reflection, or uncomfortable emotions. Busyness can be a socially accepted form of escape. This is the truth, right? Is you constantly want to feel busy because busyness almost feels like it's directly linked to productivity. And when you're being productive, that means you are doing good things. That means that you are pushing forward. But if you don't analyze the actions that you are taking every day and what you're actually working on, you will see that maybe this busyness that you are doing on a day to day basis isn't actually pushing you forward. So I would say the best way to kind of understand that you are the type of person that is constantly seeking to be busy, even if what you are doing doesn't make sense, is just to analyze what you do on a day to day basis and see if it's actually providing value in your life. The fourth addiction is the addiction to control. We think if we control every variable, we'll be safe. But this addiction leads to anxiety, strained relationships, and constant disappointment when life doesn't follow our script. There are many things in our life that we can control. And that's why I like Stoicism, because Stoicism teaches us to focus on the things we can control. But we need to draw a fine line and be real with ourselves and understand that there are some things that are out of our control. And the only way to find true peace is to, in those moments when we are dealing with the things that we can't control, is to just let them go and let them run their course, right? So don't be addicted to control, because it will leave you feeling very anxious all the time and always thinking about what could happen. Just be sure within yourself, understand that maybe this time you can't control what's going on, and just let it run its course. For the fifth and final addiction is the addiction to struggle. Some people unconsciously need chaos to feel alive. They sabotage peace because they've linked their identity to grinding, suffering, or proving themselves through pain. There is a beauty in the struggle. I will definitely say that. There is beauty in having a difficult time and making it past that time. But don't be addicted to that feeling of struggle all the time, because then when you have grinded and you have achieved great things and you've gotten past that struggle, you'll never be able to live in it and feel joy with what you've just accomplished. You'll just put yourself back into a new struggle. So this is one, I think, out of all the five that many people don't speak about, and I think it is one of the most hidden ones, because I haven't heard anyone speak about this one either. So I think it's very important to kind of analyze yourself and see, am I struggling because I want to, or am I struggling because that is the situation I'm in right now and I must push past it? So out of all of these, the best advice I could give is just analyze if you are someone who are dealing with these things, because once you're able to recognize it, that is when you can start to make a change. Well, everybody, that's kind of all I just wanted to go over in this podcast. Thank you for making it this far. If you liked the episode, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know any future topics you'd like me to speak about in the future. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Crush a cold to a diamond, eyes forever shining. Your beauty alone inspire a nigga to rhyming.